This morning's forecast will have you dreaming about life on the lake. You can find everything you need for fun on the water at the Cottage and Lakefront Living Show.
The show starts today and runs through Sunday at DeVos Place in Grand Rapids, and that's where we find 13 on your side's Veronica Ortega live this morning. Veronica, what can people look forward to out there this year?
Emily, Jay, whether you own a home on the lake already or you're thinking about renting one for the summer, this is where you come to be inspired. Joining me now is Dawn Baker, the show manager. Thank you for joining us this morning, Dawn.
Thank you for being down here. We tried to bring a little bit of summer indoors for you. You know, the weather outside.
Yeah, we definitely need it this morning for sure. So tell us about some of the exhibits people can see.
So what I love is it's kind of centered around these things. So we have exhibitors if you want to buy, build, renovate, or decorate. So buying might be buying a dock and lift, right? You need that on your lakefront home. Or it might be buying that dream home that you've been thinking about, or that dream property. Add to that, there's a lot of water choice here. So if you don't have that property yet, but you really enjoy time on the lake, maybe it's a pontoon you're looking for, or a wake boat, maybe it's quiet water sports. So we've got inflatable and hard-sided kayaks, flotation, but also stand-up boards. So there's a variety of things to help you make the most of your summer, and that will be here soon.
It sure will, even though it doesn't feel like it today. So there are also seminars happening throughout the weekend. Tell me about some of the highlights.
Yes, and that relates back to the building in some respects. So we talked about building a second ago. If you're looking to build, like it might be a seawall, but it also might be a lakefront property. And one of our cottage conversations is about whether you build new or stick with the cottage you have, or also the challenges of lakefront property. So when you have wooded or lakefront property, or maybe it's a cottage that's been in your family for a lot of years, there's decisions as you look at that, and we've got some seminars that help with that. Also, you mentioned whether you'd like to rent. So we've got, for the owner who might be thinking about renting out to someone like myself, or someone who is looking to rent, there's a lot of things to navigate. There's legal components. There's certainly a lot of new fees involved. There's townships and rules and regulations. And so there's a seminar that helps you deal and walk through that process. Add to that, maybe it's succession planning. We talked about that family cottage, and or outdoor furnishings. So a lot of times if you have a cottage or a waterfront property, you want to look at different options, whether it's teak, whether it's poly. What are the options that I have that might help me with storage, the compatibility of the property, and where you might be utilizing that. All of those things are talked about in a seminar as well. So very educational and informative.
Definitely sounds like it will be. So is there anything new this year that people can look forward to?
So one of the things that we talked about was to renovate. And when we think about that, there are some new components. One of the things that caught my eye was we have some outdoor poly products. We all know about poly furniture, I think, at this point. But to look at outdoor kitchens that are created out of poly, or perhaps storage options that are created out of poly, full kitchens, cookware areas. So that's kind of a new component of the show. There's also some one-of-a-kind exhibitors here that haven't been here before that help you deal with some of those challenging cottage exteriors. So let's just talk about log or timber frame and the wear and tear on that over the years. And what are some products that can help you have efficiency at the cottage and not spend all your time working? So maintenance type products, those are here.
Yeah.
But add to that fun.
Yes, very cool. I know there is a lot happening this weekend, and we will also have that information for you on our website as well, 13onyourside.com. Thank you, Dawn, again for joining us live in Grand Rapids. Veronica Ortega, 13 on Your Side.